Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hoopers Only TV and WebWeeklyLive.com. Happy Saturday night. It's high school basketball. The Troy Trojans taking on the Loyalsock Lancers from Loyalsock, Pennsylvania. Paul Bow alongside the coach, Rich Salonis. Football season may be over. Our 14-week marriage is back on the track, Rich. Great to see you, buddy.
Great to be back, Paul. Filling in for Jim. He's on assignment.
Jim on assignment up in Connecticut. The coach is filling in tonight. Dolly Parton only worked 9 to 5, but last night the Troy Trojans had to work overtime with a 53-49 win over Northeast Bradford. Both teams playing back-to-back nights. Ty Barrett, the big gun for Troy last night, 16 points in overtime, 2 3-pointers, and 4 for 4 from the foul line.
Well, so far in this young season for Troy, he's been Mr. Everything and somebody that Sock's going to have to be aware of tonight on the court.
Well, another guy who has to be aware on the court, you got to know where Mason Impt is. He had 13 points last night. Last season, Troy graduated a bunch of players. They were only 9 and 12. This is a very, very young team. There's one senior on the roster. What's the key tonight for Troy to stay in this game?
Well, I think when you're playing a team like Loyalsock with all of its tradition, especially coming off of a game last night, you have to be smart about how you're going to attack CI, because one thing you know about Loyalsock, they're going to be prepared, they're going to be ready to go, they're going to be fundamentally sound. You don't win as much as you've won over the decades without having that type of things present in your program, if you will.
Absolutely. Over 1,000 wins for CI, winning as active coach in Pennsylvania.
Correct. So I think what Troy needs to do tonight is be very patient, take their time on offense, work to get good shots, because if they get into a foot race with Loyalsock tonight, I think it has a chance to get ugly real quick.
That's like taking a BB gun to a gunfight. I'm going to compare it to that. Who do they got to stop on this team?
Well, so far in this young season, it's Aiden Gare, hands down.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Aiden Gare. Last night, Loyalsock, who is now 3-0, they're eyeing up Montoursville next Friday night. The big matchup here, the Battle of the Bridge. It's going to be here to this first matchup in Loyalsock next Friday night. They are 3-0. They had an 81-47 victory last night over Lewisburg in the Heartland Athletic Conference opener. Aiden Gare led the way with 22 points. That's off his average. He's averaging 31.3 points a game through 3 contests. Rich, he has 11 three-pointers. All right, welcome everybody to CI's Gymnasium here in Loyalsock, Pennsylvania. Paul Bow alongside the coach, Rich Salonis. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with us, and Loyalsock controls the tap. Parrish inside to Gare, and he had the hot hand last night. Rich picking up right where he left off.
Picked right up.
Basket by Aiden Gare. Here come the Trojans.
Easy.
Barrett with the ball. Over to Impt. Impt back to Van Noy. Van Noy up to the top of the key. Left-handed dribble, now switches hands to the right. Pass, back door for Barrett. Barrett got to kick it out, being guarded by Gare. Smart move by CI there, putting Gare on Barrett. Likes to bang him around. Barrett drains it too, uncontested. We're tied at 2 here.
Here's an example of Troy being patient. They were pressured early on in that possession, but took their time and worked for a nice jump shot.
Gare with the ball. Left wing circle, drives up the middle, no one there. Watkins went to slam it, and he got rejected by the rim there. Here come the Trojans. Van Noy inside to Imp, nobody there, and an easy bucket for Mason Imp, 6'3", sophomore, 280 pounds. Big kid, coach.
Yeah, good look that time. There was nobody that closed backside. Nobody came back to cover the basket.
And here's a steal by Barrett. Barrett up late. Nice defense by Aiden Gare. He could have took that play off and allowed an easy layup, but he came back, deflected the ball out of bounds, ball underneath the basket for the Trojans.
Yeah, I don't think taking plays off is in his DNA.
No, absolutely not. Van Noy's going to inbound it for the Trojans. Looking for Barrett. Swings it back. Barrett with the ball. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebounded by Jensen. Jensen out to Watkins. Lancers looking to run. Watkins back to Jensen. Jensen thought about it. Drives. Floater. Good defense there by Van Noy. And it's going to stay here with the Lancers.
Well, I think we may see what the game plan is so far. 3 possessions, 3 drives to the hoop.
A size advantage definitely in favor of Loyalsock.
Caleb Binford.
And I would guess also probably some foot quickness advantage also, Paul.
Binford in. Van Noy looks shaken up. He's checking his contacts there. Trainer on the bench there. Might have got poked in the eye, and Binford quick into the ball game. 5'10" junior. Drive to the basket by Reese Watkins, and they're going to call the offensive foul, Coach.
Yeah, I think that was a good call. He had position established, took the ball off the dribble and went to the hoop. No, Loyalsock got caught in a switch. Excuse me, Troy.
Ayers will inbound it. Williams going to bring it up the court. Lancers, look at the trap here. Barrett. Back to Williams across the timeline. Trojans going from left to right on your screen. 4-2, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Trojans lead. Binford with the ball. Kicks it down inside to Impt. Oh, good block. Oh, and they're going to get, I think they're going to call Jensen on the foul there.
I think they're going to get him with the body. I think the ball block was good, but
called him on the arm.
Number 35, Sean Jensen, his first, team's
Mason
second.
Impt is going to the line
Troy is number 15,
to shoot
Mason
two.
Impt, shooting two.
First one on its way, and it is good. 5-2, Troy leads. Second one on its way is short, and rebounded by Watkins. Watkins takes it up to Ali. Ali kicks it to Jensen. 3-ball on the way, no good, short. And Williams comes down with the loose ball. Williams over to Barrett. Barrett swings it to the corner. Oh, man, Ali just swatted that one in the second row, Coach.
he came out of nowhere for that one.
He did long arms, long reach by the 6'3" sophomore. Ayers is going to inbound it. Over to Binford. Binford back to Barrett. Now being guarded by Parrish, and it's going to stay here. Good hands by Rivers Parrish, quick.
Whoever first
Troy
substitution of the game.
Number 5, Ethan Van Oy.
Van Noy back into the game. He's the one that got poked in the eye. Back to Barrett. Barrett driving baseline. Shuffled his feet. No call. Baseline jumper is good.
Barrett with the bucket.
And CI does not like what he's seeing there. He's shaking his head.
He's going to get a little bit different lineup in here.
The brothers Ali is coming into the game now. That's Watkins over to Siraj. Back to Reese Watkins. Reese drives the lane. Teardrop floater, no good. Rebounded by Siraj. Kicks it back to Jensen. Hesitated on that one. Should have just let it fly. And the ball was bouncing around, controlled by Loyalsock. Aiden Gare is going to get called for a walk there. That's a good call. Shuffled his feet. Let's reset things here, Coach. 7-2. Troy leads. 4:56 to go in the ball game, or in the first quarter, excuse me. Adris Ali checking in for Loyalsock.
Yeah, there may be a situation here where CI wants to turn up some heat to wake Sock up here. They look like they're having some afterburner effects of the game last night.
Oh, Barrett drained it.
Ball.
Boy, he can shoot the rock, and it's 10-2.
Yep, good timeout here by CI.
We got a timeout on the floor. 10-2, Troy leads.
Well, at least they signaled for a timeout.
To help you celebrate Christmas, Aubrey Alexander Toyota is extending its $500 customer Christmas cash to you, or double down for $1,000 more on your trade. There will be financing as low as 1.9%, rebates up to $3,000 on select models, and we have over 150 new Toyotas to choose from. Or check out our pre-owned vehicles starting at $69.88 with a warranty. Payments as low as $149 a month with zero down. The Christmas cash event going on now, only at Aubrey Alexander Toyota on the Strip in Selinsgrove. And remember, tell them Johnny sent.
All right, first one is good. I believe they called taunting on Ty Barrett. He hit the three-pointer. He said something to one of the Loyalsock defenders, and they're going to get the ball out of bounds. That's going to be a technical foul. Gare hit the first one, missed the second one. It's going to be Loyalsock's ball. I didn't see what happened there, Coach.
I think we both thought it was a timeout. And now there is a 30-second
And now we got a 30-second timeout on the floor with Loyalsock. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back after a word from Dolly's Diner.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's, Loyalsock, behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's, Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. being a fourth-generation family-owned business.
All right, Coach, we're back here. What are you seeing so far in the first couple minutes of this quarter?
Well, I'll tell you what CI's seeing. He had a nice little chat with everybody about lack of contesting shots. I don't think he's happy with the defensive effort.
Gare with the bucket.
Gare with nice position, lays it up and in. And it's 10-5. Troy leads. Over to Barrett. He's done a little bit of everything so far in this first quarter. He's as good as advertised. Swings it over to Van Noy in the corner. Van Noy for three.
Yeah, Troy's
3 points.
shooting the
Ethan
lights
Van
out
Noy.
so far.
It's raining hard outside, but it's raining threes inside CI's gymnasium here for the Troy Trojans. And they're up by 8 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Gare, and this is here all night if Gare wants it. Siraj, follow up, no good. Gare gets the rebound. Yeoman's work under the boards there.
Yeah, excellent possession in terms of physicalness by Aiden Gare, not being denied.
No, and I'll tell you what, that's there all night if he wants to drive to the basket. No one on this team could stop him.
So we'll see how Troy's been able to break the pressure so far. They've done a good job of spacing the floor and not picking their dribbles up.
Well, I'll tell you what, the first 3 games, Barrett for 3 again, no good. That was a bad shot there. No one underneath there. Here come the Lancers running the court. Watkins, the Jensen in the lane. Finger roll up and in.
Jensen scores.
And Lancer Lightning, we said they could score points in a hurry, and they're trying to turn up the intensity here now. CI gave them a tongue lashing during that timeout. That's Williams breaks the press over to Barnett.
And they had an easy basket there. If Imp would have continued to go to the basket, he would have had if the pass would have came when we had a layup, but he stopped.
Williams getting caught up at the top of the key, over to Barrett. Barrett, right-handed dribble, now gives up to Van Noy. No movement on the floor for Troy. They're getting caught flat-footed there. Barrett thought about the 3, pulls it down, being guarded by Watkins. Spin move down low and threw the ball away. That was Loyal Sox defense that created that turnover.
Number 3, Rowan
Good idea.
Stoddard.
But Imp wasn't looking for the ball off the drive.
No, and then they were standing flat-foot. No one was moving there. Rowan Sager into the game for Loyal Sock. Idris Ali now handling the ball. Over to Reese Watkins, up to Siraj, trying to get Aiden isolated. There's 3 guys on him down there. Backs his way in, no good. Rebound that comes down by Nick Williams. Williams up to Barrett. Barrett ahead to Imp. Imp swings it across court. And here's a turnover. Here comes Ali. Over to Jensen, up and in.
Well done by Loyal Sox.
Excuse me, Watkins on that. Lays it in, and it's 13-11, lead down to 2 as there's 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Barrett out of control, being guarded, banged around, and now Loyal Sox going to back it out and trying to reset. This game's getting really physical, Coach.
It is.
3 ball on the way for Williams, no good, missed everything. Imp in position, swatted away. Here comes Sager, 4-on-2 for the Lancers. Up ahead to Watkins, up and in.
Watkins scores.
And this is what we talked about in the opening
Assist to
with
Rowan Stoddard.
trying to run with Loyal Sock. It's just not a good idea.
We got
Coach Renzi's going to take a timeout,
Troy
slow
calls
things
a
down.
30-second timeout.
We got a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
We want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at Fast Fast. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
All right, welcome back. We are knotted up at 13 in the first quarter, 1:40 to go. Paul Bowl, Rich Salonis, and there's a turnover. Oh, Watkins missed the bunny there. And he is not happy at himself at all.
No, he isn't. But the pressure now starting to affect Troy the last couple times up the court.
Lancer
with
foul on number
turnovers.
23, Reese Watkins, his second, team's third.
And he got a second foul. He missed the shot, and very unlike the Loyal Sock team getting an undisciplinary foul there, swatted at it, and he picked up his second. Swings it to Van Noy. Van Noy back out to Barrett. Barrett being guarded by Ali. Screen from Imp. Barrett trying to shake and bake. In with Gare. Spin move in the lane.
Yeah,
up
nice
and in.
move.
Ty Barrett.
Barrett with the basket.
He's tough. This
He
kid's
is.
only a sophomore. He's lighting it up here. in the first quarter. Ali with the ball. Over to Watkins. Back to the other Ali. Kicked it over to Adrees. Adrees went to drive baseline, and they're going to get Nick Williams, on a reach there.
I think it's pretty obvious that Troy can't stay with Sock's quickness off the dribble. And you mentioned it earlier. The dribble drives are there all night if they want them.
Foul number 10, Nick Williams, his first.
Into the game, Isaiah Reinbold, 6'7" senior, the only senior on the team here.
The Trojans was number 45, Isaiah Reinbold.
He's a big kid.
And for the Lancers was number 11, Elijah Gare.
Eli Gare now checking into the game, younger brother of Aiden.
Troy foul number 2.
A foul on Dominic Ayers on that one. Doesn't agree with it, but nonetheless.
42 seconds to go in the quarter, 15-13, Trojans lead. A nice pass to Sager underneath,
Rowan
up and in.
A well-executed inbound play for Sock.
Here comes that Lancer pressure. Over to Van Noy. Van Noy across it, turned it over to Gare. Gare up ahead, lays it. Oh, he missed it right down the middle, and the ball hit the back of the rim and came out. With 23 seconds to go, Loyal Sock's going to have the ball underneath their own basket.
You know what? If I'm CI, I like the way my team's responded after the timeout. He had 2 layups now, and I like my chances taking those shots. More of them are going to go in than not.
And there's another layup again, but they keep missing those shots underneath. Loyal Sock has not hit a shot really from the outside. Everything's been in the paint. And 13 seconds to go, Troy should hold for one shot here. Being tied at the end of the court, Barrett went for a spin move, nobody there. Tough shot.
Bucket for Ty Barrett.
Wow.
That is a tough shot, and that's the end of the first quarter. We played one here.
To help you celebrate Christmas, Aubrey Alexander Toyota is extending its $500 customer Christmas cash to you, or double down for $1,000 more on your trade. There will be financing as low as 1.9%, rebates up to $3,000 on select models, and we have over 150 new Toyotas to choose from. Or check out our pre-owned vehicles starting at $69.88 with a warranty. Payments as low as $149 a month with 0 down. The Christmas cash event going on now, only at Aubrey Alexander Toyota on the Strip in Selinsgrove. And remember, tell them Johnny sent you.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a 4th-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Campen and see what over 70 years of care looks like.
All right, we are back here. Jim Webb is done with his assignment in Connecticut. He told me he's listening on the way home. He said to tell Richie sounds great. I think you sound great too, Coach. Get home safe. Get home safe, Jim.
Yeah, make sure that's the priority right there. Take it easy in this weather. Another turnover for Troy.
17-15, Troy leads just starting the second quarter.
This could be the first outside shot now.
And rebounded by Reinbold. Three-pointer by Watkins was short. Most of those outside jumpers tonight have been short by Loyalsock. Maybe some tired legs after last night.
That, correct. Both of these teams played last night, and maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in.
But I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with Ty Barrett. He's the total package here for the sophomore. 6'1" sophomore. Long three off the board, no good. Rebounded by Reese Watkins. Here come the Lancers. Watkins up to Jensen, uncontested to the hole. Missed the short one there. Ball bounced around. Here comes Barrett. 2-on-1 for the Trojans. Barrett lays it up, and that could have been goaltending there. He grabbed the net. And we're going to have a call right here, a walk. And Loyalsock looks very, very out of sorts here. They're being pressured by Troy. They haven't seen this their first 3 games. It's something different, Coach. And I'll tell you what, this is the time to make the mistakes here in the early season, but Loyalsock doesn't look like they're on their game. Barrett, 3-ball. Count it! Ty Barrett is draining them.
For 3.
He's been Troy's offense so far.
He has. I don't know how many he has here. We don't have some stats up here. Jensen drives down the lane, misses again, rebounded by Binford. Here come the Trojans. Barrett running the point now. Spin move in the lane, fadeaway jumper, counted again.
Ty Barrett
they're going to have to look to make some kind of adjustment to try and get in his face a little more. He's hit a couple tough ones, but way too uncontested.
He's smooth as butter, I'll tell you what. Aiden Gare with the ball. Over to Parrish. Parrish back to Gare. Aiden has not taken a three-pointer yet tonight, and there it is, right on cue, and he drains it.
Aiden Gare.
I believe that's Sock's first jump shot basket of the game.
Yeah, from outside the paint, absolutely. Up ahead to Binford. Binford over to Van Noy. 22-18, 6 minutes to go in the half. Fantastic ball game here from Loyalsock so far. Barrett shakes and bakes, being guarded by Ali. Kicks it back to Van Noy. Back to Barrett. Barrett, another three on the way. This kid's on fire.
Ty Barrett.
And he drains it again. 25-18. Troy leads. Siraj drives to the basket and one. Got him with the body there, Coach.
We're getting some good coast-to-coast action here. I don't know how much Coach Renzi likes it, but I'll tell you what, if you take Barrett off this team, Troy might have 4 or 5 points.
Number 15, Idris Ali.
Very impressed with him so far, Paul,
Siraj Ali.
for a sophomore.
Siraj is going to the line, shooting 75% for the year. Trying to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Van Noy, who comes down with it. Van Noy passes up to Ayers. Ayers in the middle. That's a walk right there. Reinbold was not expecting the ball right there in the paint. And Imp coming back in. Reinbold taking a seat there.
A good substitution to get him some time off. He's a big boy.
Right, that takes time with reps. He was definitely not expecting the ball there. Probably not warmed up in the game yet, but Troy leads by 5 points. We are at 5 minutes to go before the half. Ali with the ball across half court. Over to Jensen. Inside to Gare, uncontested at the doorstep. Up and in.
Basket.
So early on, Troy was attacking the ball, attacking that press a little bit more after midcourt. Now they're just sort of sagging around. Looks to me like they're waiting for somebody to make a play rather than being in a situation where they're attacking.
Binford with the ball, inside to Imp. Imp at the doorstep.
Another block.
Nice block by Jensen, and they're going to get him for a foul this time.
We got two nice-sized, hard-working kids on playing in the paint tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sean Jensen didn't give up on that. Great defense by him.
For the Trojans, number 50, Mason Imp.
No, I think it's a situation, Paul. You called it earlier. Maybe some tired legs there.
Foul on Ali. Imp first one up, and good touch for a big guy. And if you're watching at home, Imp's a big kid. He's probably about 260, 270. Stands 6'3". He's a big kid. Second one on its way and good. 27-22. Trojans lead. Ali now across half court. Siraj looking to set a pick for Idris. Back to Gare. Two people in one spot. Gare drives baseline. Up and under and in. Aiden Gare.
So we might want to, just take everybody else off the court except for Aiden and Barrett and let them go at it.
27-24. Ayers with the ball. Over to Van Noy. Van Noy
nice
swings it back door to Barrett. Up and in.
Yeah, we saw that one coming from up here. Well executed.
That's great movement without the ball, and Loyalsock just threw it away. And CI is not happy, I can tell you that, Coach.
No, I think halftime's going to be interesting in the Lancer locker room, that's for sure. Sox backed off the pressure this time down the court.
Here comes Van Noy. Van Noy one-on-one with Siraj.
Another block.
Siraj is 6'3". You're not going to take him off the dribble like that. There's no position there, and he swatted that away. That's about the third one he swatted tonight.
That is.
Back to Barrett. Barrett's going to pull. He'll shoot from anywhere. Little short. Here come the Lancers. 3-on-2 break. Up ahead to Reese Watkins. Up and in.
Watkins with the basket.
29-26. 3:33 to go in the half. Up to Barrett across half court. Right dribble. Now crosses over with the left. Back to Imp. Top of the key to Binford. Binford swings it down to Van Noy. Van Noy got the dribble now between his legs. Here comes the double team by the Lancers. Back out to Binford. Loyalsock really pressuring the ball there. Troy trying to get a good shot. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Gare bounces around. Look at this, at the doorstep, second check points.
There were 3 Trojans underneath the basket and 1 Lancer.
Van Noy laid it up and in. There was a couple Lancers around, but everybody was standing flat-footed again.
Second, team's 5th.
And Coach, you know it well as being a coach football. You can't coach hustle.
Number 10,
No.
Nick Williams. And
No,
for the
Sock
Lancers,
just doesn't
number
look like
44,
they're all
Wilson.
with it here so far in the first half. I don't know whether they expected Troy to come out like this and play this hard.
I don't think they expected it. Watkins, now Julian Wilson checking in the game, coming off his double-double last night, 14 points, 12 rebounds. 3 ball on the way, Reese Watkins. And Barrett with the ball. They're all converging to Barrett now. Here's the double team. They got him trapped in the corner. Oh, pass wildly. Here's a turnover. 2-on-1 break for the Lancers. Watkins now backs it out. Look at the alley-oop down there to Wilson and off his fingers. And it's going to go the other way to Troy.
And he had another shot at a layup under the basket, but came off his hands.
Troy calls a 30-second timeout.
All right,
Good timeout here, I think.
Yeah, definitely a good timeout. Settle it down. 2:34 to go in the half. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back after a word from Dolly's Diner.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyalsock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
All right, bring us back. We're back. 2:32 to go. 2-point lead for Troy, and they have the ball. Coming from left to right. That is Van Noy. Swings it over to Williams. Williams being guarded by Ali. Imp high post.
Another
There's a turnover. Here comes Ali. Oh, nice Euro step in the lane, up and in.
Ali with a steal and a basket.
And we're tied at 31 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Barrett with the ball, left wing extended. Being guarded by Watkins. Goes through his legs. Here comes the double with Gare. Swings it to the corner.
Good ball.
3 ball
by
on the
Troy.
way by Nick Williams, and he drained it. 5'10"
Nick
junior.
Williams for 3.
This team likes the 3 ball, and they're really knocking them down. Gare drives in the lane, and they're going to call for offensive foul.
Imp had positioning for quite a while on that. Good call.
Lancer foul number 2, Aiden Gare.
34-31. That's a first foul on Gare. 6th foul. And they're going to clean up the floor here. We got a little moisture. Well, why we have a timeout here? 1:40 to go in the half. 34-31 Troy. Coach, what are you seeing here this whole first half?
I'm pretty impressed with Troy. They've got a couple of good ball players, Imp and Barrett, of course. But I like the way they're attacking Sock on the offensive side. What we talked about earlier in the pregame, that they're running when they get the opportunity, but they're taking their time, and their ball movement has been very good.
And they're playing very well in the half-court offense.
Game, yep.
And that is the key against Loyalsock. You don't want to run against them, like we said. They don't have the horses to do it. Van Noy with the ball. Back to Binford. Binford penetrates over to Barrett. Thought about it. Jump. Nope. Passed it back out to Van Noy. Van Noy being trapped in the corner here by Ali. Nowhere to go. Kicks it back to Binford. They're going to reset now. 1:14 to go. Clock running. Barrett looks to take him off the dribble. Being doubled. Fadeaway. No good.
Yeah,
good
good
defense
defense
by Loyalsock. Right there. Forced a bad shot. Ali running in the lane. Perhaps some steps. No call. Kicks. Oh, Imp just stood there and took it right off him. Ball bouncing around like a ping pong ball. Back to Gare. Gare for 3. Long. Rebounded by Van Noy.
Wow, lots of action here.
Coach is yelling for 1 shot as we're under a minute here. Probably a smart move. Here comes the trap by Loyalsock. Over to Imp. Imp being trapped in the corner, double cross-court pass. Williams for three again. You
Buries
can
it.
count it.
Nick Williams.
Nick
for
Williams drains two in a row.
When you trap, you're taking your chances against a team that moves the ball as well as Troy has the first half. They're finding the open man.
Siraj under the basket, shuffles his feet up, and you can count that as a three-point play opportunity.
And I think it's going to be on him.
Siraj had good position under there, was a little too far under the basket, but he gave himself some room, Coach.
That he did.
The line shooting the bonus for the Lancers, number 4.
Sock's got 33 points on the board, and 90% of them have been from the paint.
Ali is at the line, looking to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Shot is up and good for the 75% shooter, 37-34. We're under 20 seconds to go.
Oh, we thought Troy was going to take the last shot the last possession, but they drained the three, so.
Coach Rincey was motioning for one shot, but they took it anyway. Binford with the ball to Barrett, 6 seconds. 5, trying to get some isolation. 2, kicks it into the corner. 3 ball on the way at the horn. And we're at the half here. Troy leads 37-34. Some hot shooting from the corner by Troy. We're going to be right back with the second half right after this.
Hi, I'm Cammie Rooney, broker owner of Remax West Branch, and I'm here today to talk about a new program called Heroes Home Advantage that's exclusive to Lycoming County. And I'm also here with Mike Lee from Susquehanna Community Bank. And this program is great because it helps heroes on